Hi, it's Russel Arnold for Cricketry on ThePapare.com. We are at SuperSport Park for the second T20 International. What a game we had down in Cape Town. Sri Lanka never in the game, never batted well enough. We felt they were 25-30 runs short, but in the end of the day, they showed a lot of heart. They got an opening with the ball tending to grip a little bit on that worn out pitch, and didn't they play themselves back into it. What a shame we couldn't get over the line. The super over was all thrilling for us, but the standout feature for me though was the fight that the Sri Lankans showed. They did see a bit of an opening in that game, and didn't they come out trumps? Jeffrey van der Say, Dhananjaya De Silva and Akila Dhananjaya, they did what was expected of them using those slower conditions. And how good was Lasith Malinga captaining that team, marshalling them around, and rarely did they concede any runs towards the end. South Africa were coasting it really. I must mention Isuru Udana at this stage. He went for 20 in his second over. That's when South Africa came back into it and looked like they'll get home very easily. He had to bowl that last over, and imagine what would have been going through his mind. He'd just gone for 20, but he bowled superbly. Now those are the type of traits we want to see in a player. Resilience, fight back, rely on your skills, know what you can do. It was a shame in the end of the game. Sri Lanka could have snuck home or created another haste if you would like, but it wasn't there to be. Well, coming back here, the pitch generally there's a little bit of pace. I went out there and I asked the groundsman. I did that. He said, and then he said, hitting wicket. So that means lots of runs here. Now what would Sri Lanka's approach be? I hope they take a lot of heart and confidence that if they get things right, that they can go on to create upsets and find that consistency that's required. Be finely tuned, bit more oiled, and they'll work a lot better. Why I say that is, if you had judged the conditions better, assessed the pitch, the communication was good, and somehow you'd got 150, 155, you'd have won that game easily. So those are the little things that are lacking. Out here, the approach I mentioned, do you want to win a game? Are you going to decide on go with a game plan that will try to give you the best chance of winning a game? Or are you going to think of the World Cup and try players out? Well, for me, looking at the 11, I don't see any reason to change many of them. I think spin is the way to go. You've got to take a chance on this good pitch, because South Africa seem to be struggling when the spinners get it right. So keep the same combination there. But when it comes to the batting, I think I'll make one change. I'll try Sadeera Samaravikrama at the top to Avishka Fernando. Avishka Fernando is a player for the future. He's powerful and he's got shots all around the wicket. But I still think he's too young and he's still not in a zone where he can really express himself. So give him a break and bring him back later on. Sadeera Samaravikrama, hopefully he's played before and that experience will count in his favour. Stick with Niroshan Dickwella. We know that problems do happen to players, that things don't come out and you do tend to make mistakes. But like Isuru Udana, here's an opportunity for him to show his resilience. I think Sri Lanka will quietly believe that if things tend to work in their favour, that they'll sneak one through. I think that's the way to go, and hopefully we'll have another thriller.